Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever you can be watching this video. And we are having our Saturday live, 10 Eastern, 7 Pacific, yeah, 7 Pacific. We'll be actually, talking on the topic of having our own app. I believe it's time. So I'm kind of seeing if anybody going to show up because I think we need to think about it. I've been watching the last release of where is it? Hmm, I know I Call Me Lil um, video or that channel, YouTube channel, and like no, this was coming. There were moves to automate the future of jobs. If you guys go back, you guys probably will find in my in the playlist where I was talking about that as well. Here's the video. Where is it? Oh, you guys cannot see it. Let me turn on right there. Now you guys can be should be able to see. That's a very nice video, nicely put together. I would highly recommend um, watch it. But let me go find a video I did. Been a while. So self-driving technology and conversion kit is one of them. But I did before that a what I noticed on my first dash. Uh, right there is episode 36. What part of our jobs can be replaced soon? So, I did that video. I kind of showed a couple examples, and he was talking about that as well as I showed the uh, grocery packing hive. And at the end of the video, he's talking about that one as well. So, yeah. So far, we have nobody in the room. I'll probably gonna wait another 6 more minutes, and if not, I'll probably turn this into video instead of a live. Here's something that I'm kind of thinking of. If you guys watch that video that I told you that Call Me Lil, the video that he just came out today, you guys will realize realize a part that in that video he's talking about eventually they will replace not just us as drivers, they will also replace restaurants. And if you guys do some research online, and he also shows there is companies that are building robotic systems where it can actually prepare meals. So all they have to do, they just have to finalize it to a point where they can be prepared, loaded into a machine, which will then dispatch it to delivery vehicle, and that delivery vehicle will deliver it to the station. No human touch unless something goes wrong is needed. Can it be done? Yes, it can. See, is the last, let's say, last half mile is the difficult one, or the last step is actually from the curb to the door is the complicated part. By getting it to the making the food and getting the food to the curb, that's just a matter of programming and having proper technology that code can convert that into an action, and that can be done. Um, for the last 10 years, a lot of cars has been rebuilt at manufacturers robotically. I worked in 1998, 99 in manufacture where we actually built control units for coating, washing, and wafers. So robotic equipment is around. They're just taking it to the next step. Now, what's going to happen with the mom and pop shops? And that's where I believe we can come in. We can save those moms and shops up. Hey, somebody wants a fast food? DoorDash will be the answer. Somebody wants a high end quality restaurant food delivered? That's where we come in, where we save those businesses. I believe people still gonna go out and eat, right? They'll want also that quality food, that mom and pop shop quality food delivered. Is DoorDash going to care about mom and pop shops at that point? No, he's not going to. They're going to focus on the big fish. We can focus on the small fish. Hey, Adolfo Varia, idea for a temperature control delivery drone box. It does the entire job from store to customer. Custom a set of whatever temperature the store wants. Um, see, good idea. Drones is one thing that I'm not sure they'll be approved in the near future. That's why they're looking into vehicles instead of drones for delivery. If you guys remember that UPS already been trying to push that in California for many years ago, and they have not been able to do that. I believe FedEx as well have not been able to successfully make that because here's one problem with drone equipment. You can put anything in the box, including explosive. The drone will pick it up and will take it wherever you will address the drone to actually go. And you can deliver stuff that should not be delivered to places where it's unsafe. And that's one of the reasons why government having hard time approving drones for packages delivery, including food delivery. So that's where the problem. The box might weigh 50 pounds. You have one strong drone, maybe drops a cable for a pickup and a drop off. Hey, those are ideas, but I think realistically they'll be focusing on, you know, definitely go check out Call Me Lil channel. His last episode. I'll actually drop the link here right in the chat. So if you go to that link, will open up a video, and he actually does a lot better job than I am actually putting videos together. Even though I did a very similar video, but he actually does a very nice job, and kind of watch it so you can understand how far ahead these guys are, and they're not joking when they're trying to build this stuff. We might be thinking, oh, it's going to be another 20, 30, 40, 50 years from now. I wouldn't be surprised if we see food delivery. s- I guess they're probably already happening in San Francisco. Uh, Probably in the next couple of years, and then from there they'll start automating food preparation as well. And companies like McDonald's, Starbucks, and all of those, if they don't get on the boat and start making their end as well, they're pretty much then DoorDash and some of these other companies will just replace them. Especially since they do have the data of what people want, what people order the most. See, so DoorDash already has the data what they need to automate. The only question is, you know, when they can accomplish that successfully. So, like I said in the beginning of the video, that if we launch our own app, we start building our own delivery drivers, and we start approaching these moms and pops restaurants, these restaurants that otherwise DoorDash will just wipe them out by their movement. We can actually, save them, and some customer tell will stay behind and actually, pay extra for delivery because DoorDash goal is actually to replace and make a $2 delivery or whatever that dollar per delivery is going to be. It's going to be just a one flat fee, no tip, no nothing. So it will be even a challenging question uh, to people that actually will be our customers and say, with DoorDash, I'm getting $2 delivery. With you guys, it's a $7 delivery. On top of that, I need to throw another $10 tip. Why? But it's why, because you're getting a food still prepared by a human being compared to having the food prepared by a machine. Machine doesn't love, machine doesn't hate. It's just a machine. But this food is being prepared by a human that actually preparing it with love. He enjoys doing that. At the same time, he's that fear that if you won't buy or order that food, you won't come into the restaurant, he'll cease having that job. Hey Raymond, I don't even know what to say. First of all, what is that supposed to mean? What you just dropped in a chat, and second, have respect for people. Don't just drop non-understandable stuff. And two, I give you 5 seconds to apologize, or you will be blocked. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's how I put up with people that have no clue what they're doing and they're just spamming. I wonder what is the profit strategy for the restaurant, how they aim to do in as much volume as possible. How do they seek to increase their profit over time? At real, that is an idea of a business. No, let's put it this way. Restaurant has how else will an employee be interested to stay loyal, committed to their jobs? So here's an idea. When they replace the restaurants by machines, That means there will be no longer employee expense. There'll be no longer, multiple expenses, facility expense, because they'll be all combining into, one building, 20 different restaurants, food types. So they'll be compressing all those into in-house and being complete everything automate. That will actually reduce the expense, and food will be cheaper. So they're having, their own approach. And see, the only question is I have is this: let's say in next 15 years they actually achieve these things, and 70% of population ends up without a job. Delivery drivers, taxi drivers, um, food preparations, all those are at the risk of losing the jobs when they achieve their goal. Now they drop the price of food, let's say another 40%, because they're reducing expenses. But those people that lose their jobs, they're not going to be able to afford to live and continue living. We're looking at your situation, and what you told me today, you sold your job just to live for a couple more months. What's next? It worries me because you're not the only one that made those decisions. Employee be interested to stay loyal and committed to their jobs. But yeah, then you can really maximize profit. So I feel you. I do not know even what to say in your situation. Um, car for in my personal opinion, car probably would be the last thing that would go. But I guess different people have different views. But if you're not, gonna talk that topic, I'm not sure if you're comfortable or not. But um, I will be doing a video tomorrow since I'm taking tomorrow off. On the app that we are able to actually purchase and start testing and start building things. Um, the suppliers are providing app with for the restaurant, so somebody that walks into the restaurant then actually can place an order without actually off the tablet at the store or kiosk. Cumbersome. I'm not sure I don't even have a clue what that word means. First time hearing cumbersome. So that's gonna be app one. Then we have gonna have a customer app. We can have restaurant app. On the restaurant side, I have already spoken with multiple restaurants, and the biggest problem restaurants have, two biggest problem restaurants have. First of all, they the prices that being charged are very expensive, and two, the smaller companies that comes and goes, or midnight flyovers, whatever sometimes they're being called. That's a trouble. Yes, and that's one of the things why seeing seeing as regulations are changing, like what happened in New York, the Prop 22 in California. I'm worried myself because if they categorize food delivery as that middle that falls Prop 22, that falls in the rules of New York, and if that starts expanding across the country, now launching an app and dropping into that situation, we're just not going to be able to actually exist in those markets. Like in California, it's no longer launching an app is not going to happen in California. Just that app not going to exist in Global period. Same thing in New York now. Is that app is not going to be able to exist in those two states. So yes, having employees is an issue, and honestly, the way DoorDash, Uber, and Grubhub all three behaves, they are treating us as employees. They want that food's delivered to the customer at the fastest rate. You want that happen? Employees. Let's look at pizza deliveries. Pizza deliveries have existed over 20 years in the United States in America. Every pizza place that had their own pizzas delivered, they know the only way that is profitable for a driver is to sending out couple pizzas with him at the same time. It saves money for the store, and it also gives an opportunity for the driver to earn enough of tip for it to be worth it for the driver to go out and deliver those pizzas. Very rarely those pizza places will send out unless it's a bad management. Otherwise, very rarely those pizza places will send their driver out just with one pizza unless it's going across the street. That means if they're sending out 3 or 4 pizzas out, that means some customers will have to wait an hour to get that pizza. Mohammed Taylor, you're out. So, based on that situation, if DoorDash, Uber, and Grubhub had anything in their head and they understood the food delivery and why pizza places are only charging $4 for delivery, and they would adopt that system, we would not be delivering only one delivery. We'll be actually they'll be stacking us with 3, 4 at a time to make it worthwhile for us to actually go out and make those deliveries. But they don't care about drivers. They just want the food delivered. That means they need to have employees because we as contractors, they need to have give us time. That means when I receive an order from Grubhub, instead of Grubhub creating me a tight schedule, but when I have to deliver and promising customer delivery ETA, they should be giving us an extra 10 to 15 minutes to complete our current job before we start on their job. Just a simple example. Same thing with DoorDash, same thing with Uber. They need to give us extra time. Right now, the problem is the price for the food. I buy DoorDash multiple times a day. Each meal is usually about 56 for a large portion that feeds me and my 2 dogs. Man, wow. I guess maybe that is not too bad through. I do say DoorDash is a very good service overall, as both a dasher and customer. Here in Seattle, DoorDash is a very good. Oh, you're in Seattle. I'm familiar with the area. Actually, um, Federal Way or Auburn, even they're in Federated section, but the address still belongs to Auburn. Is actually where my um, first daughter lives. Lived there myself a little bit. Familiar all the way from Everett to past Tacoma. All that area is familiar to me. So yeah, so a lot of things are being broken on these apps. They're trying to treat us and use us as employees when it's impossible. Where did you come from to Seattle? A lot of these apps trying to take advantage of us and use us as employees when they should actually go get employees. And when they do turn us into employees, LA, why Seattle from LA? Because it's warmer in LA, colder in Seattle. Um, a lot more rain in Seattle. You get about 300 days out of 356 days of rain. That means you only get about 56 days of sunshine. So it is a very different weather, climate. Um, it is. There's a lot of changes. Are you in downtown Seattle or you're in one of the outskirts? one of the towns. So yes, I wanted to experience the different climate, more European like. Um, do you really feel any any European like in Seattle? Because I think if you wanted to feel European, you probably should have went to Sacramento. So I'm near SeaTac. Yeah, yes, Federal Way. Sauna Sierra. Cabo del Capi. Can you elaborate what that's supposed to mean regarding the weather? Yes, but not the city. No, yes, it is. It is called Evergreen because in Seattle, you do have some winter-like trees that might actually lose some leaves, but overall it's green year round because of the much rain. It was pretty cool. There was snow here. Oh wow. Um, Capo, why are you asking for a StreamYard link? I'm not a fool to give you a control. So can you explain what you're here for? If not, I will be blocking you. And you do have a minute to explain yourself. I must say there is a lot of crime here recently, a very dangerous place. Due to location being run by Democrats, yes, crime there has risen. I know as the SeaTac is not the most safest city down there. By itself alone, it always been a high crime area. So yeah, be careful, especially it's also one of the cheapest areas for hotels in the whole Seattle surrounding area because of the crime. But I do like many of the people here. I like it more than LA overall, I think. Talking about what? And that's to Capo. I do have ways I can bring you online, but I need to understand what are you um w- are you not one of those that trying to Italia? Italia. Um you know what? Let's give you a try. Let's see what you're all about. Let me bring up my line 2. Salutamo. I'm not sure what that means. Okay. Um Now, if you like, you can call in 772-888-0884, and I'll be able to. And I actually haven't tried it, so at the same time, we'll be testing how this all will turn out. So I'll drop it in the chat. Hey, Faisal. Hey, how's it going? How are the food delivery industry down there in Arabia, in Saudi Arabia? Sorry. Um, wow, it looks like I have a wide Range of audience: Italy, Saudi Arabia, Seattle. I we wish to invest in what? In an app? In crypto? In yourself? To self-develop? You can do a lot of investment. The question is, what kind of investment you wish to invest in? 100 million euros to invest in apps. Okay. Um, the Beachy Group. Uh, Faisal, I believe that's how you pronounce your name. Can we speak about this off stream? You can call me the same number that I dropped above, the 772-888-0884. Of course, add a one in front of it. And let's see where you guys at and where I'm at, and then maybe we can figure to work things together. Let's the P5 ministry, I think, will be very profitable in the coming years. Supporter, hello from Paris. Saint Germain. You don't have the StreamYard. I do have a StreamYard, and that's actually how I am streaming right now. I just don't not comfortable sharing any guest links with people that I met the first time on a StreamYard on the stream. You like football, European football. Good. Kind of interesting how this stream turned from a ride share or the food delivery, and now it's here. Give me a minute. I'm going to drop you a link at where you'll be able to get hold of me. Um, Actually, what I'm going to do, I'm going to drop you a link to my website. And then at the bottom, you can click contact me and contact me that way. And then we can chat through email or. Okay, guys, I do apologize. I think my stream is being hijacked because if I look at the people that are attending, there's only two people attending the stream. We have chats from at least five, six people already in the different people that are strangers to me in the chat. And I believe Brazil, Rio de Janeiro, coronavirus is full. Okay, guys, I. Don't worry, yeah. Streaming act. I guess there's more strangers supporting my stream today than actually brothers in food delivery and sisters. Changing names, but it's the same pattern. I believe so. I think that's what I think is happening is he changing accounts and jumping back into the stream with a new account and continuing doing the same thing. So he hacked multiple people's accounts and now he has access to those and he just does this. So appreciate every single one of you that you guys watched. As you guys watch a replay, I do apologize about this. The last, I guess, 5 7 minutes of somebody hijacking the stream. But be wise, be successful. Watch this video that will be coming out tomorrow about the app. I will show you guys the functions, the features. Some of the functions I'm not going to be able to show you because the demo account that they gave me access to, some of the features are turned off. But I'll go through the list of the features that will be available. And I believe we need to unite. We need to get serious. And either we move forward with it, and I don't mind, opening up another credit card and throwing the cost of the app on the credit card. But either we need to move forward with this, or we need to say, you know what, let DoorDash, Uber, and Grubhub handle it, and we'll just continue slaving off to them. So that's what I believe how we gonna need to move forward. Choose are we moving or forward or not. So be wise, be successful, pick the right deliveries. Don't let the apps control you and force you into things that doesn't benefit you and your family. Be blessed.